Welcome to episode 3 of Geeking Out with the Foos, presented by FooBarShow.com, where we talk everything geek, including movies, TVs, comic book news, and video games. I am Joe C. Fooing it up with
Josh
and
the Foo.
Remember to like and follow us on our socials, as well as rate and review on all podcasting platforms. Foos!
Yes.
What's happening?
Oh, just a lot in the news world.
What's been happening, man? Tell us.
Well, we have some good news, guys.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Fantastic news, mind you. Spider-Man's coming back home.
No way!
Spider-Man is coming back.
I'm not fucking leaving!
You tell him, Tom Holland.
Yeah. The show goes on!
But Foo.
This is my home! They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
Isn't that what he posted?
That's exactly what he posted when the news was announced.
Wolf of Wall Street clip.
Yeah, the Wolf of Wall Street
But
clip.
Foos, there's terms and conditions.
I don't care, Foo!
Foo, at least
I don't care!
But you always care, though.
But we get the trilogy finished,
Yeah,
Foo. That's all that matters. And you know what the Foo is talking about.
And he's still relevant in the Marvel universe, too, this way.
I don't know, man. This might change.
Okay, let me get to what the Foo
Let him
is.
speak!
Shut up! No more. You're on timeout, Foosy.
Oh.
Timeout. Anyways, what he gets now is he gets the third film in the Spider-Man trilogy, and he is only allowed to show up in one other MCU movie.
Mm-hmm.
But his Spider-Man will also be involved in the Spider-Verse that Sony is developing.
Yeah, with Venom.
And Kraven, the Morbius movie that's coming up. So expect to see a lot more of Spider-Man in the near future.
It sucks that the Venom movie didn't kick off as well as many people would have expected or hoped. Review-wise.
I think because Sony was really trying to make it its separate thing. It was trying to make it separate from the MCU Spider-Man, and
Did it just have a different tone altogether?
What do you mean?
You know how
Did you
there's
not
always
see
I haven't seen it.
It's an origin for Venom.
It's an origin.
I keep being told not to because it sucked.
Well,
my motivation is very low.
No.
Watch it.
Watch it. Make your decision for yourselves. I'm just telling you, it sucks. But watch it.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, you gotta
put it that way.
There's some really good parts in the movie, but then to contrast to, there are also some terrible parts of the movie. And if these terrible parts could be upgraded to good parts of the movie, it would have been a really pretty good movie, actually.
Oh, you are liars! You are fucking liars!
Who I'm just trying to get you to waste 2 hours of your day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't have 2 hours to commit if I don't have to.
Damn it, we were this close to getting.
Listen, I'll watch it at some point. Like, it's gonna have to be like in the middle of the night, drunk as fuck. I probably had a few dabs, and I have nothing else to do but hang out with the dog. So I'll just probably
gotta
pop
dab
it in.
this Floyd up.
Yep, he said it now.
What's a school night?
It is.
Yeah, so Tom Holland will be in, and I believe it's they changed the
Spider-Fam?
Yeah, he will be Spider-Fam for another 2 movies at least in the MCU, and continue most likely in Sony in a separate Sony verse, which is still fine because Spider-Man as its own universe could still function. I believe. There's a lot of other properties that can go with. Like, there actually are talks about them doing a Prowler live-action movie with Donald Glover coming back and reprising the role. If you remember, or you probably don't realize, is that Donald Glover was Prowler in Homecoming. He was the guy. Remember, he was the guy that gets his.
Yeah, of course.
He's the arms salesman. So that's how Prowler starts off. He starts off as an arms dealer.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
And then
The fuck up? What?
And then he eventually, develops into like this mercenary that uses high-tech gadgets and stuff. So I think that if they do that Prowler movie, then we might finally get a live-action Miles Morales, because he leads directly to Miles Morales, the next Spider-Man. That's his uncle. If you guys have seen Into the Spider-Verse. But they're going to do a Prowler movie. There are also talks of them doing a solo Mysterio movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Do we need that? We don't need it. Nobody needs that.
No,
right?
really necessarily needs it.
They want to get more out of Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's essentially what they want. Yeah, pretty much. And then they're also talking about doing a Hobgoblin movie.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I'm actually a little intrigued with because Hobgoblin is a very underrated
He's an
Spider-Man
interesting
villain.
character.
He's essentially the precursor to Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Green Goblin takes his moniker off of from Hobgoblin. So a lot of people forget about him, but he did some pretty shady shit too in the comics.
He's a scientist and all that.
Yeah, and rich guy too, doing all that. So yeah, it's I'm interested in seeing what they do going forward. I know Tom Holland's excited, as well as we should all be. We'd all be very excited.
I like that he's as excited as he at least acts like he is, because it gets everybody else riled up too.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to root for this kid.
Yeah, exactly. If he that just shows how much enthusiasm he has for the role, which is great.
Yeah.
But you know what, man?
But like Josh said, explain, Josh. Oh wait, you already said it. He can be in 2 movies.
Yeah,
alcohol is bad.
The Modelo is delicious.
It is. It really is. Yeah, he can be in 2 movies.
So I would like to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
What movie do you think he should be in? Because there are rumors out there that Disney's going to write him out of the MCU with this opportunity.
Really?
And be like, go ahead, Sony, have your fun, fail. We'll do our own thing then.
Well, from what I'm hearing, he may be in the new Avengers. That'll be the next crossover.
Oh, just the next Avengers.
Yeah, the next Avengers one.
Yeah, if there's a place to put him, it's with everybody else.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. That doesn't necessarily mean they can't use other characters in Spider-Man 3 to join him. So we may get some Deadpool in the next Spider-Man 3, just so that way we finally get that team
introduction.
Up. Yeah,
and then never see Spider-Man ever again.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Wow.
Listen. I'm not taking the same tone as you, but I'll take it.
If they finish it off nicely with a nice little bow, then okay, I agree. But
maybe it's like a see you later, guys, or until we figure shit out.
Or it could also be that they blow it out of the park with both of them, and Disney just takes it over in general, and the little spin-offs.
By then, they would have bought it.
They should just buy out fucking Spider-Man from Sony for $10 billion.
They will. That's what it's inching closer towards, because
I thought that they had just stopped talking with each other, and it was surprising to know that they were still in talks. Even though they said, we're done talking to them, blah blah blah.
Something that public? No, Disney didn't want that kind of a negative stain, and neither did Sony.
Unless something positive came out of it.
Yeah.
They kept it under wraps, which was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
To see that.
Yeah.
Food.
So.
Meow.
I can't wait.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see what they come up with and what they do.
Damn, does that mean he sacrifices himself in New Avengers then?
He may.
Or he somehow gets transported to a different universe or something, and then
they open
he's
up
stuck in Sony.
Whoa.
That'd be pretty funny, and then Deadpool will kind of fourth wall it.
Yeah.
I'm like, screw you, Sony.
We'll see. I mean, dude, that's still a long ways away. I mean, New Avengers.
Yeah, New Avengers would probably be the end of Phase 4, right?
Yeah. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean they won't be. We still won't see Spider-Man in the other movies. Like I said, they're going to utilize Spider-Man in all of these other solo standalone movies, because Sony can still make movies on their own.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Oh, and then we can make the terms like, okay, you borrow our Marvel character, you give us 80%.
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you think Sony's going to play fair though? It's already sounding like
they already haven't.
Well, right now it's showing that they're giving him a little bit more leeway and a little bit more cushion. So I think that if then Marvel does, like the Foos says, lets them borrow certain characters like Daredevil. Let's say there's a Spider-Man Daredevil movie.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, then they can negotiate like, okay,
they
look,
have a common enemy with Kingpin.
Yeah, so
why not? And then Marvel has the fucking gallery of superheroes. Why not make their own movies and then be like, okay, use this here. You can use Black Panther in one of your stupid team ups, and then give us 30%. And
a nice partnership like that would be dope, because you can still see all these characters appear throughout the universe.
Yeah, and then Disney can kind of spin it on Sony and being like, all right, screw you. You want fucking 80?
Well,
pretty much 80% of Spider-Man profits from us. Okay, give us a chunk from one of our characters, and
I
they
think
have so many.
That's something that Sony can learn from what Fox didn't want to do. Like Fox was 100% not willing to work with Marvel. But if Sony is able to work with Marvel for, like a cross utilization of the characters, then fuck, why not? Like, I think then that's how Sony survives and is able to keep the Spider-Verse relevant, and going.
And that I think that was key when the first deals failed. Both sides were like, no, we're still on good terms. We're trying to work stuff out still. Which they ended up doing.
Yeah, it's just that Marvel, right at that moment, was still trying to deal with planning out the next couple of phases.
Yeah.
Which is usually what they do when they finish one particular set of 3 movies. So now that they've realized, okay, this is what we want. Okay, now how can we fit Spider-Man back into it? So I think that they said the next Spider-Man movie's in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. That'll be when Spider-Man 3 comes out, and then his future team up is still TBD. So it may be sooner, maybe a little after that, or maybe like
if they're trying to be strategic with maybe like stretching that out for far enough where like they're kind of projecting, well, by this year we hope to have talked to Sony or made a deal with Sony where he's ours anyway.
Yeah, it'll be it's gonna be cool. So another news, big Marvel news specifically, we got some crossover into another particular genre. Kevin Feige will be in charge of a new Star Wars movie.
Which one?
Well,
we don't know.
A new Star Wars movie.
You just don't know.
No. So that's not going to be a part of this series.
We don't know anything.
Yeah. So he's going to develop one he's going to develop it for Disney.
Dope.
So he still hasn't given hints as to what he's going to develop, but it may be like their next big trilogy.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh God, no.
The trilogy.
Please.
Imagine.
No. Imagine if it's the Obi-Wan. If he's gonna help
do Obi-Wan.
Do the Obi-Wan. I mean, why? Or Darth Maul movie maybe.
There's all kinds of characters.
Is there that much material for Darth Maul?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh,
if you really go into what happened to him after he got sliced in Naboo. It's pretty fucking crazy shit. Like he becomes a half like spider monster, like where he's at, like it's all the junk and stuff. So he put a bunch of robot droid parts and he made like a bunch of spider legs, but he went insane and was just eating rats.
He's like Sid from fucking Toy Story.
Yeah, it was
and
fucking
his toys
and that weird spider toy. And then his brother becomes a Sith warrior and tries to find him. So if you watch the Clone Wars series, the animated series, they have a nice little Darth Maul arc that lasts about, I want to say, like 20 episodes.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Like I think they should develop something like that. It's just an idea, but just kind of go into what he did before his final showdown with Obi-Wan, which I think will take place. The final showdown will probably take place in this live action series that we'll see with
Hell yeah.
So I'm just speculating, but I mean, it makes sense to lead up to that, especially with the series like this.
Yeah,
so,
dude. Fork yes.
Fork yes.
Your kids.
Thanks, Foo. You always know what to say. Well, let's move over to the DC side, and I actually came up on this pretty interesting set of news. So it turns out that Warner Brothers is actually going to use or is planning to utilize the Flashpoint as the Flash 2 movie, and they'll use that to pretty much introduce Pattinson's Batman into the DCEU.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
all signs are pointing, man.
Yep, that we're gonna see a live, pretty much a movie of the Flashpoint, which would be fucking great. That'd be crazy. So
it's not too soon. Just being devil's advocate, but
it went over really well in the TV show.
Yeah, and they think about it this way: our Pat's movie's not coming out till 2022.
Okay.
So if they have the new Flash movie supposed to come out next year, I think at some point,
end of next year or 2022 as well.
Yeah. So if they have it, then they can do the Flashpoint as the next movie, like right after, or they could have the Flashpoint be like a movie where it's both Batman and Flash, which is essentially what Flashpoint is. It's a Batman Flash movie, so they can make it like a Batman and Flashpoint kind of thing. I know they kind of hinted at that when they first announced Batman versus Superman.
Yeah,
like a lot of people were like, there's a lot of other titles. There's like Batman and Flash. World's Finest. I think that's what it was. Or not World's Finest. It was I can't remember the title, but it was pretty interesting. Oh, Brave and the Bold. That's what it was going to be. Okay. Batman and Flash, Brave and the Bold, Flashpoint. So that's usually what their title is when they're together, Brave and Bold. Yeah. So it's weird. I don't know how to feel yet about the Flash because they really haven't given us any idea.
Ezra Miller?
Yeah, from Ezra Miller as far as what the hell's going on. Director.
He wasn't well received either, so.
They didn't write his part so great.
Yeah, they didn't write him very well. Because, if they had good writers, they should ask some of the Flash TV show writers to go write for the Flash movie.
Why not?
The TV show has been great.
It's been fantastic. And, we'll get into Crisis on Infinite Earths in a little bit. But, yeah, I think that the movies need to look at that formula and see how they can recapture it or reimagine it a little bit. So it's still... DC still has a lot to prove, but so far they're in the right direction, especially with having J.J. Abrams run all of Superman properties going forward, and who else? I'm sorry, James Gunn, and James Gunn being a huge part of their whole structure. So
everything's coming up, Millhouse.
I hope so, Millhouse. I hope so. We also have some other news from the Batman movie. Jonah Hill was actually being looked at to play one of two roles, and criticized for asking for $10 million,
and that which is double what Battinson is
for.
Making.
What
role? Well, so it's
a role.
There's two roles that he's up for. It's either the Riddler or Penguin.
He was born to play the fucking Penguin, though. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm sure he would love the credibility of being the Riddler.
Yeah, because it's hard to... He has to... If he goes for the Penguin, he has to match up to Danny DeVito.
Easy.
No,
I think.
No, I don't know,
He was
man.
too campy of a penguin.
No,
I think. They
no.
cartoonized
Danny DeVito?
it. Yeah.
Danny DeVito...
Because it was fucking Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how Penguin was. It's just he did it a little bit more.
But I don't think it's a
way.
fair comparison if they're trying to do something different because, Tim Burton is very stylized. It's very Tim Burton. It has his brand all over it.
I think he would be a better Riddler, only because I think he can portray smart, intelligent, but also nerdy and kind of that nervousness. Whereas Penguin, he has to be confident. I don't know. I just see him having a British accent too.
Really?
At least this version of Penguin.
Well, he's from Gotham. Wasn't he?
Well, he went to boarding school and they sent him overseas, so he pretty much was raised over. He got run out of Gotham, the Cobblepots. That's his whole vendetta.
Okay.
In the comics, is that because the Waynes ran out the Cobblepots out of Gotham, and so he hates Bruce and the Wayne family for doing that to him.
He's just a dick.
He's just a dick that looks like a penguin.
Well, maybe he just speaks proper English, but not with an accent or anything.
You just go wah, 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 wah,
well, no, that's DeVito, dude.
No, and
oh,
that's
no,
also
that's the other one.
That's
the other one.
Meredith Burgess.
That one. Just get Dick Cheney.
Well, Foos, you actually saw Pennyworth recently, right?
I've been checking out Pennyworth on Epix.
How is that?
It's oh my god!
So
it's good.
Whoa! He's having a stroke.
Why is his right side all droopy?
No, I've been checking it out on Epix because we got this free kind of preview for the channel, and so we're just like, hey, this is the channel that has fucking Pennyworth, and we didn't know what to expect, Steph and I. Well, we threw it on, and we're just like, okay, it's a really young Alfred Pennyworth, from the Gotham City and Batman and all that stuff. But he's introduced as an army guy. He was in the SAS. He was in war. I based on what I can tell, because it seems like this takes place in the 60s. It seems like he is getting memories from his time at the war. It has to be World War II at this point. But he's trying to start up his own security firm. And so he's trying to start up his business. And that's kind of what this first episode is about, where right now, he's just like a door guy at some club in London. And he's the one who just kind of throws out all the drunks and all the fucking hooligans and shit like that.
Yeah.
But he comes across this secret organization after he tries to go out with his girlfriend. It's a whole thing. It's like the plot is really well put together, and they introduce Thomas Wayne in that first episode too. So like already off the bat, he has something to do with the life of Alfred, and why not? Because Alfred is his lifelong confidant.
Yeah.
So why not start to just establish that relationship from the get-go? So the first episode is pretty much about how the secret society is trying to find and shut up Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne in this series, he's like a financial forensics analyst. And that's how he's building his fortune. At least that's what he claims in this first episode or two, because he's being sought after by the secret society. And now because he got entangled with Alfred, like Alfred with his like military know-how gets him out of that pickle. They didn't exactly shut down that secret society in episode 1. So a lot of episode 2 and moving forward is a lot about those characters too, trying to fuck with them. They remind me of how they're portrayed in Pennyworth, of a little bit like the owl, the Council of Owls.
Oh, the Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Where it's kind of like a secret society that's trying to manipulate how politics play out in England, because they think that England is going soft.
Yeah.
So Pennyworth kind of discovers this. He gets entangled in it. He has to save Thomas Wayne. And now, this is kind of like the aftermath of actually fucking with that secret society. The Crows is what they're called. And so in episode 2, it's a little bit of the fallout of that first, actually winning a battle against them. Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen episode 3 yet. So that's where I'm at right now. And the entire series is up on Epix right now, so that I can just check out. Oh. And I only have one more day. And I think it's like 10 episodes, a free trial. Otherwise, you're going to get six of my dollars tomorrow, which will likely happen.
Well, Foo, might as well do it.
Yeah, and then just finish it and cancel it. Yeah, but it's an awesome series. The way it's shot and edited, it's very... I don't know how to explain it. It's
Foo-esque.
very well done. Foo-esque. That's the way to say it, Foo.
Thanks, Foo.
Anytime.
Your input is always appreciated.
But it also, one of the things that they go out of their way to present to you, the viewer, is how every one of his colleagues thinks he's soft. Like, everybody kind of makes fun of him when he's just like, I want to start my own business, my own security firm or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of treats him like he was always that runt, or that guy who he had skills, but they never saw him amounting to everything, because he can still be soft and sympathetic to people. Mm-hmm. So it builds on that character for him, which I think gives him the courage to actually, get some balls and do something about something that he really believes in. So they're really building him up as a great character. His accent is on point with what we've seen with the Nolan universe.
Yeah.
With that Cockney accent that he has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his accent is on point with what we know of as Alfred lately. He has a sick widow's peak.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, dang.
Yeah, he's like an aggressive widow's peak that he does a side part on. And, later on in his life, that's going away. Because as we know Alfred, we know him as a bald man from the animated series. That's how I always picture Alfred. I don't know how you guys picture Alfred.
In the comics,
bald droopy dog.
No, in the comics, he
like
has
a skinny Mr. Belvedere.
Seriously. In the comics, he has that big widow's peak too, but it's also like he's balding on top.
Right.
So it's like that's usually the portrayal. It's just because of Michael Caine's partial. I mean, even though Michael Caine was slightly going bald, but
it was more like a all the way across fading or a thinning. This is more of a thinning. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the good old nest egg.
Exactly.
No. Wow, man. So I definitely got to get on this.
Dude, you got to get on this. You would enjoy the shit out of it. Also, because it reminds me a little bit of I don't want to say James Bond, but it's kind of, I don't know how else to describe it really. James Bond without the gadgets.
Okay.
James Bond just being a badass and going out there and taking care of some business.
Business.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Alfred's portrayed as being such like that in the comics, at least having a history of being that particular.
But in popular culture, it hasn't really been expressed of how much of a badass he could potentially be.
No, and this is a good opportunity to show them, like, hey, Alfred is no scrub.
Yeah,
man.
Don't sleep on Alfred.
Who do you think fucking helped train Batman?
Yeah,
like, come on, son.
Yeah, he had a good teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Good upbringing,
yeah.
and he shows his where his values lie. like his shortcomings too, and how he evaluates that. But at the same time, like he'll snap one minute to another, where he'll just start beating people up.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Foo, I mean, we're on the subject of Batman here. Let's just wasn't there an article? Didn't someone want us to talk about ranking?
Yes, listener at Kook the Car, Kook the KAR on Instagram, he suggested that we rank the Batsuits, every single one, including the animated ones, and our opinion on that. And I found a pretty good article that ranked it for us, and I don't disagree with a lot of it. A lot of it's pretty on point. But it's the 15 movie suits ranked from worst to best, including the animated series. So at number 15, we got the one from Batman and Robin, the nipples.
The bat nipples.
I like what it says here. It's like, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Bat nipples were not that bad.
What?
But I think you would disagree.
Fuck off.
But the
list is already discreditable. It's not credible whatsoever.
But what,
is that you, Josh?
One of the things that it says here is though that it points out that Joel Schumacher apologized, George Clooney apologized, and it's about time we move on and stop giving him such a hard time.
Not enough, Foo.
It's not enough?
Nope.
All right. Well, what's it going to take?
No, it's doomed forever.
That's it?
He almost killed the fucking franchise.
Yeah.
He almost killed the superhero genre, Foo.
But he gave you the Arnold fucking Mr. Freeze.
That was Arnold doing his thing.
Oh.
Look, man.
Schumacher had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, no. You give Arnold a platform, he's going to use it to his full advantage. You knew what it was, man. Arnold he knew it was a fucking comic book movie. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to be as ridiculous as I can be.
He had a writer just for puns.
Yeah.
And how
he had a pun coach.
How glorious was it, Foo?
it you know what? It sparked millions and millions of memes.
Yeah, it did. At number 14, we have Justice League, the tactical suit. The one where it looks very padded. He has the goggles on, the darkened goggles on there.
I agree. That should be 14.
That one's at 14. We have the one from Batman vs. Superman one, the one that looks all leathery and worn out, and like he even stitched a few pieces together to close it back up.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one.
So that one, what do you think about that one?
Which is at 13?
I like that one a lot.
That one's at 13.
Okay.
That one's dope because it just looks rugged, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking catcher's mitt in the sun.
Oh,
okay.
I'm not talking about pussy. Number 12, we got League of Shadows. That one is the Gee looking one, and it has the you don't think that one should be up
gauntlets?
there? Mm-hmm.
I think that shouldn't be on there, but you know what?
At all?
At all. But since it's on there, it is a pretty cool ninja fucking outfit.
Yeah.
It's a good precursor outfit, I should say. Like that's
like a training outfit.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it somewhat resembles the bat suit with the gauntlets on the side here, on his arm.
Yeah, you could tell that's where he got him from, which is dope. That's what I liked about Batman Begins is that, you showed you all the inspirations for the final suit.
Not only did it give you the origins of his personality and his persona as a character, but also of his suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like that even in that Nolan trilogy, they still continue to evolve that suit and talk about it too. And for example, at number 11, we got before Batman, the suit without the cowl, without the mask. He still had like the armor. He had the bandoliers.
Oh, the one where he breaks into Gordon's office.
Yeah.
And like, okay, yeah. Which one's that one?
That one is clocking in at number 11.
That one shouldn't be higher than that fucking that ninja one.
Yeah, that one shouldn't be higher than the ninja one. I would flip-flop that.
It's the almost Batman suit, though.
Stop yourself.
I think
he just doesn't have the mask on.
But no, I understand that. I understand it's like literally right before that happens. But I think the way the aesthetic of the Ninja Batman one far surpasses that one. Because that one, it just looks like he's just a dude that just
like a burglar.
Yeah, a burglar, or like he's
G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
there's nothing special about it.
Yeah, it's not that special. You see the ninja one, then you can actually see where that it belonged to something. That it was more of a symbol. So no, I go with I think they should be flip flop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's 10?
At number 10, we have the Batman versus Superman armor.
Yes, that is dope.
The fucking the Hulk Smasher looking armor.
Yes, 100%. I like that at 10.
I like that. There's very little artsiness that went into it. Like it's all iron looking, you know. And
dude, they're just like
get to the point. It's done.
I mean, the comic book looks perfect. Let's just do it like that. It looks exactly like the comic book.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it's really sick.
Yeah.
And number 9, we have Batman Beyond in that suit.
From the animated
Number 9. Okay.
Series. Yeah.
I would love to see what a live action one would look like, but you know what?
We've seen some renderings already on the internet.
Oh yeah, fuck. But I mean, one can hope that a rendering can come close to what we actually.
Now,
want.
do you think that they would give it kind of like that leathery appeal, or would it be like an Iron Man type of suit?
Batman Beyond? I think they would give him like more of a leathery appeal because it's supposed to fit skin tight, and it's not supposed to look like armor. It's just supposed to look like a dude in like a jumpsuit, but
and
it has all
future.
this. Yeah, it's the future. So, I mean, dude, that would be dope if they do something like that.
You think kind of like how they've been doing Spider-Man?
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they give him that, if they give him that type of suit, but all of a sudden he has gadgets that just pop out of it, it's just like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, where'd that come from?
Yeah, I can't. Oh man,
that'd be pretty sick.
That would be sick. Yeah.
Now, number 8, at this point, I had to pipe up because I didn't agree with this one. Is the Batman Gotham Knight one, where he looks very pointy,
and it almost looks like he has the Green Ranger's
exactly.
shield
It looks
over
exactly
himself.
like the Green Ranger thing that he has across his chest and shoulders. So that one, I don't know. I would put that quite a bit lower. I'd probably put him at like 13, 14 or something like that.
Yeah, I would move everyone. I would put him back to 14 and then move everyone else 1.
Actually, it looks more like a vampire type of cape.
Yeah.
Rather than a Batman cape. Number 7, we have the Dark Knight Returns, where it's like the 450-pound fucking lineman of a Batman.
Oh, yeah. Where he's a huge 50-year-old Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's number
like he's
7?
roided out.
At number 7, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's roided out Batman.
Roided out Batman, exactly. At number 6, we have Batman Returns, the one with the penguin. That one was dope.
Yes.
That one, although it sucks that he couldn't move his neck. Obviously, he has to turn his whole damn body with that one. That one has the yellow symbol on his chest.
Well, the other one had the yellow symbol too, but if it's actually a very subtle difference if you look at the symbol from Batman Returns and from Batman. And Batman
Camel tail.
Well, dick. Let me finish. It actually looks like a weird triangle at the bottom of the first one in Batman, but in Batman Returns, it's just the straight little spike at the end of the bat tail on the symbol. It's a very subtle difference. That's essentially what changes. And then in Batman Returns, he looks a little bit more sleeker, I think. I think they bring the suit in a bit more on him. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I like Batman Returns one. The movie itself is fucking great.
Yeah, the movie's good. Again,
it's a Christmas movie.
When you look at that's right. When you look at it, it's just like, dude, he's just not able to turn his head at all.
No,
at all.
Yeah, it was probably excruciating for him to be in that suit.
Yeah. At number 5, we have the animated series Batman, the one with the gray and blue, and yellow. That one's dope. I mean, you can't. That's how I picture Batman when I picture Batman. At number 4, we have Adam West as Batman 66, the campy one. The bat brows.
Bat brows.
Bat brows. Number
6.
Bat brows.
Number 4.
Bat brows.
Number 4.
Batman 66.
Bat brows.
A little high, Foo.
Nah, man, but it's
with all
you're a little high, Foo.
Just a little. News to me.
At number 3, we have the Batman Forever with sonar. The one he uses at the end of the movie. That one was dope as fuck. That one has the bat symbol like all across his chest.
Yeah, it's part of the armor.
Yeah, it's part of it. It has no yellow at all to it except for his actual belt. It's had like a tint of yellow going on here. Number 2, we have Batman 89, the first Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Batman, that one's dope. That one's
the yellow
classic.
symbol.
And at number 1, which I would agree wholeheartedly with, was the Dark Knight's Batsuit.
Yes.
That one just looks so sick. It has the armor. It has the tactical. Like, you get every sense of what Batman should possess while he's going in battle, all compacted into one little
One
bit.
of his most intimidating suits, by the way.
And he can move his head.
Yeah. And what was cool, if you remember in Dark Knight, right? In the Dark Knight, when he was able to like eject those spikes on his arm.
Yeah.
And he fucked up the Joker. Like, dude, that was cool. Like that Batman suit, hands down, is the best because they lay out why every piece matters. When Lucius was showing him everything, like separation of the plates.
It gave you that James Bond feeling to everything when he was laying out the entire like arsenal of what he can have in his suit.
And I think that's what made it appealing, or I think that's exactly where they drew inspiration from it. We're just like, all right, James is going to Q to get all his new gadgets.
Yeah.
Well, Bruce is going to doing the same thing, going to Lucius, getting his new gadgets. So yeah, it was dope. Wow, Foo. I never put the dots
astute
together.
point, Foo.
Astute. You're quite perceptive today.
Thanks.
Hold on on that street cred for Joe C here.
Okay.
Never mind.
Shut up, Foo.
Give it back.
Well, that was that.
All right. I like it.
Thanks, Cook the Car, for the suggestion.
He cooked the car?
That's right.
All right. Well, Foo, I know you haven't seen you haven't seen the new Titans yet.
I haven't seen the new episode. I can't wait. I understand that Aqualad was introduced.
Yes, so pretty much what they do is they just take you back 5 years to when they were Titans. And they show Aqualad. They show their first encounter with Dr. Light and how they took him down. And then at the very end of the episode, like, they show you that Aqualad's supposed to be in love with Donna Troy. And that's why Donna, like, is very adamant about not coming back. And they show you exactly why. Because Aqualad was assassinated by none other than Deathstroke.
So they take away Aqualad from us?
They take away Aqualad.
In the past?
In the past.
So he doesn't exist anymore?
At least this version, because there's two versions of Aqualad. But they're pretty much... They're opening up the idea of the second Aqualad being around, which is supposed to be Black Manta's son.
Oh.
Yeah, Kandor. And they're opening up that doorway, and then two, they're showing exactly why they start going after Deathstroke, because at the very end they introduced Deathstroke's son, Jericho, and when they find out who Deathstroke is, like, all of a sudden they show Dick just meeting the kid, meeting Jericho out of nowhere and becoming friends with him. But then he has like a look of vengeance, like, because they found out who he was and who killed Aqualad. So they're trying to go after Deathstroke now. So I think they're going to use his son to go after Deathstroke, and that's what's going to open up the whole door
for
all their other problems. Yeah. And Deathstroke actually kidnapped Jason Todd in the last episode.
Yeah.
So we still have no idea what's going on with that.
Oh, he's still gone? Oh, because they've been concentrating on the flashback.
It's pretty much a flashback episode, this last one. So we still have no idea what's going on.
Still a cliffhanger.
Yeah, Foo.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and the next episode's called Deathstroke. So you're going to see...
I wonder who it's about.
I know, man. The possibilities are endless. Infinite. But yeah, everyone, if you're not on Titans right now, get on them. Foo.
Whatever.
They leaked a costume of Dick Grayson being in the Nightwing costume at the end of God. It looks pretty dope. It has the blue all the way across from shoulder to shoulder. Just doesn't have it on like the legs, but that's fine. I mean, even if it's just on top, and we can see.
We're not going to be getting shots of his full body when they're doing the close battles, so make
Jizz in my pants.
Dang, man. I didn't know you liked Nightwing that
I'm
much.
very excited for Nightwing. I'm very excited.
I mean, dude, Nightwing has still yet to be fully has to be yet to be portrayed in any live action sense. Whoa.
Sorry. I mean, he's going to do what he's got to do.
Yeah, I mean,
to get Nightwing
I'll be over here.
Yeah, I can't wait. But put that away, man. No, none of us want that.
Stop looking at it, Josh.
Oh, Josh, blinding me.
It's so shiny.
Why is it so shiny? Stop using turtle wax.
It's the only thing that'll get me off these days.
The beard oil isn't for that beard.
It's for the cars only, Foo.
Okay, all right.
Well, now we know. Well, Foos.
I call him Bob Ross.
Little shrub.
Just a happy little bush.
Happy little bush.
Oh, man. Well, Foos, let's go on to TV news, since we're pretty much already on it with Titans.
Yeah.
You guys heard, or I know I shared a little story with you guys about how Michael Rosenbaum turned down the offer to come back as Lex Luthor for Crisis.
Because they wanted to shortchange his ass.
Pretty much. They just
they didn't give him any information.
They said they didn't give him any information as far as what his part is. They didn't even offer him money, if I'm mistaken. Like, he's just like, nope. They're just like,
that
no.
wasn't a part of the conversation. What they wanted from him was to say, yes, I'm in. But he's just like, I don't know where it's filming. I don't know, like, what the character content is even going to have. I don't know anything about this role other than the fact that I'm Lex Luthor and I'm going to be in it.
Yeah.
He's like, no thanks. And at the time also, I think he was visiting his ill mother, like in a hospital or something like that.
Yeah,
so it's just like my
blue,
priorities aren't like where you guys are. I mean, I need more information to make a safer decision.
And you can't blame him for that. I mean, shit. You know, if I were getting a job offer, like, all right, look, hey, Josh, I need you to come work. Don't volunteer here. Don't ask any questions of what we're doing. Just show up at 9:00.
Yeah,
Monday.
it's like.
Wait,
it's like,
what?
did I just get made?
Yeah, did I just get drafted or something? What's happening right now?
Yeah.
I go into witness protection or like, Jesus Christ, who did I rat out? I'm not Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Whoa. Are you sure, though?
Whoa.
You
Makes
sure?
the mind
You sure,
think now,
guys?
doesn't it? No, well, apparently talks have reopened with him. I think WB's was a little embarrassed by the fact that this became
down.
public. Yeah,
That means it was true.
yeah, it was. That's exactly what it means.
Well, Rosenbaum had said that people just kept asking him, was like, dude, like, are you going to do it or not? And then his, rather than to leave it for chance that somebody can say, he backed out and now he's a puss or something like that, he just got in front of it. And that's why he just gave the proclamation on his Twitter saying, this is how it went down. Please don't be mad at me, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's just pretty much saying, it's not on me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on me. They want to redo it, okay, but you know what? I'm saying no right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame him. I mean, we did at least get Tom Welling back. There's actually photos of him on the set of the Arrowverse crossover because they're currently filming it right now. And there's this video. There's a photo of him on the set with Lois Lane, the girl that was Lois Lane in Smallville, together. So, I mean, shit, dude. You know what? Even if Rosenbaum can't make it, I'm fine with it because they already got so much stuff going on in Infinite Crisis.
How are they going to squeeze that in?
Yeah, it's so much. Well, remember, it's a 6-part.
Oh, that's right.
So they can have each of these
1 hour
guys.
episodes?
Yeah, in one. Yeah, well, they're already 1 hour episodes.
6 hours?
This is a 6-hour crossover, Foo.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is going to be a big event, so might as well get as much. Try and fill as much fan service as possible.
Yeah.
Do it, Foosy. What you got to lose, man?
Got to lose.
It's just so much TV.
I know
Seriously.
it is. Especially if you're trying to keep up with what's going on in each universe. Holy shit, good luck.
So much. I mean, even for a nerd like me, it's a lot. So, yeah, it's tough. But, you know what? I want to finish off with one last video game news. Recently, WB Games Montreal teased a little, they tweeted out a tease for an upcoming Dark Knight game on Twitter. So they sent this out. I'll see if I can forward it on the Twitter, on our Facebook, our Fubar Show Twitter account.
Yeah.
But it says, capture the night and cape sur la nuit. And it's just an image that's constantly changing. But the image shows these weird, almost triangular-like symbols, and then it turns into like a demon symbol. So they're saying that it could be like a video game centered around the Court of Owls.
Oh.
Or also it could be a game centered around the League of Shadows, since this shows a demon's head in there.
Regardless, it's a secret society.
Regardless, Batman's going up against the secret society in this next video game.
Nice.
Which fucking finally,
Court
dude.
of Owls, that would be so dope.
Dude, if they do the Court of Owls, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be a great video game.
It's a
movie.
whole nother rogues gallery to just grab from.
Yeah, man. That's you have an entire
That doesn't
secret-
necessarily have a face other than the masks that they use,
Yeah, we don't know.
It could
who
be
the other
anybody.
one- It could be anybody in high
All
society.
those damn owls, foo.
Yeah.
They could borrow from the John Wick universe. How
Ooh.
anybody can just be like an assassin.
A Talon in hiding. That's what their assassins call. And the crazy thing about the Court of Owls is that like they freeze or they suspend the talons in like some type of suspended animation. Like they'll be dead, but they like have like talons from hundreds of years.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they have like a descendant of Dick Grayson's, And then you find out in the Court of Owls that Dick Grayson was supposed to be a Talon.
He was being groomed.
He's being groomed. That they used to use Haley Circus as a way to groom their future Talons.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
How you like that twist, Foosy?
I know, man.
Yeah, if they do Court of Owls, I hope they do something like that. That would be fucking amazing. Well, guys, you guys got anything else to geek out about?
Actually, yes. I wanted to bring up that I am very excited about the LA Comic-Con that we're going to be going to the next couple weeks, man. We got our press passes ready to go. I'm going to dress up as Wilfred because I'm hoping that Elijah Wood can see me and be like, Ryan, I'm back.
He's just going to be like, security.
Get this fuck out of here.
Psycho out of here.
That would be great.
It's going to be awesome, man.
That'd be great.
I can't wait to see security escort you out day one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And there goes all our recording equipment.
I will be I will be going as a PC principal this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got to start practicing my lines. Foo, what are you going to go as? What should people look to see you as, Foo?
I don't know.
There's going to be already enough Fat Thors. So maybe something else should be considered at this point.
No such thing as enough. Foo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Just be another Spider-Man then.
Think of all the Spider-Man. I can be, Foo. Should I be the Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse with the cheese pizza?
The Peter B. Oh, Peter B. Parker?
Yeah, Peter B. Parker.
Do it. Walk around with the big pizza box and then an overcoat and just have the spider suit. Just have the spider suit.
That'd actually be pretty funny.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be great. You're welcome.
All right, do it.
You're welcome.
Well, you know, Foo, all I'll say for now is it's going to be a surprise because I had a few ideas up in the old noggin brewing.
And you smoked them all away.
Well, Foo, that's why it's a work in progress.
Jesus
Thanks,
Christ.
Foo.
Thanks, man. Well, thanks for listening to Geeking Out with the Foos. Remember to like and follow at FooBar Show on our socials and rate and review on all podcasting platforms. I am Joe C. Fooing it up with
Josh
and
The Foo.
don't be a dick.